So, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and girls, nerds, weebs, and otaku, welcome back and welcome home.
Well, hello there, Applebiteers. This is your Applebite Written Writ Ralph talking to you straight from our show here, The Written Writ. A show where you and I and you take a journey together to become better creators, better writers, better geeks. Come on, folks. We got it all. And of course, that little intro there always gives me a huge break so I can get ready to do all this beautiful stuff with you guys. And we have a plethora of people hanging out with us today because we are heading towards Anitomo this weekend, and we have a bunch of people who are going to be there tabling at Anitomo. And of course, we also have Manny, who is in charge of various things at Anitomo. So Manny, why don't we throw you into the fire and you tell the people of what you're doing and all the good stuff about Anitomo.
Yeah, absolutely. First, I'd like to say the intro to your show is very fun. It reminds me of like peak YouTube machinima and Destructoid. Like it brings me back to a happier time.
The best part is our show twice in the intro.
Yes,
that is the best part.
I know I was a placeholder for somebody else. I don't know who that other person is.
No. Roman Tony hides, and we can't do a video.
Yeah, the only place he probably correct was in the intro, actually.
Exactly.
2 times the Tony. I love it.
That's funny.
Well, yes. Hi, my name is MagnaAX Knight. I am the graphic designer and the artist relations for Anitomo, Brooklyn's biggest free anime and manga convention, happening this July 19th, 2025 in Industry City. This is our 3rd year doing this convention, our 2nd year being back at Industry City in Japan Village, and we're very happy to have them as a partner. And we celebrate all things community in terms of paneling, in terms of the artists, in terms of the programming, the maid cafes. It's all put together through the founder, Eileen Level, the director of marketing, Ashley, myself, our newest hire for cosplay, Atelier, Sarah Lada Atelier, and we're just a group of scrappy 7 people that kind of just come together because we really, really love this stuff. I'm a Brooklyn native. I've lived here my whole entire life since like 1991, 33, and I wished younger that something like this existed when I was growing up, because like, as we know, Anime NYC and Comic-Con are great, but sometimes that can cost a kidney, you know? especially when you're trying to like get a table, like 2 kidneys and maybe a lung if you're healthy, you know? So what we really try to do for Anitomo is bring really high quality programming for the free price. And we do that by working with sponsors and other programmers that are equally passionate about getting the word out about anime, manga, and just pop culture to everybody, and aligning together to create a community-first convention in an unconventional space.
I gotta say,
That's
loved
awesome.
Loved it last year. We had fun talking to you last year.
Yes.
And we had fun talking to all the people inside in the village, doing their stuff at their tables, showing off their wares. It was just an amazing experience. And I got to give you guys props because it has to be a lot of work, especially with only 7 of you.
It is. It is an odyssey. It is an odyssey. It's like seven Odysseus's. Just going at it all at once. Yeah, last year was fun. We had sumo, we had kempo, we had a high school come in and do a reenactment of like Naruto episodes and things like that. It was really cool.
Love it.
Yeah, it's like really fun. What's really, really interesting about the programming is that we do something called the Plus Ultra Tour. And
Mhm.
what that is that Eileen and Ashley go around high schools all across the 5 boroughs,
Right.
and they interview high school students about anime and manga and comics. And they ask them, A, have they attended a convention before? B, what would they like to see from a convention? And D, how would you like it to be absolutely free? And we come together and we get all those surveys and we turn that into actual programming. Last year, we interviewed like over 100 students and we got about 80% of their surveys to come true with programming.
I love it. I love the fact that you guys are going out there and talking to people and trying to figure out how to make the con even better.
Yeah.
That and the fact that it's free, and
Yes.
I'm going to say that a lot of times today, folks, because it's free.
It is free.
In the city, it's right there. You get off the yellow train at 36th Street, and you're there. Boom, easy.
This
Oh,
year, we're expanding from 20 artists to over 80. Yes, we're expanding, and I'm super excited because I get to represent and serve and spoil all these artists with snacks and drinks and everything in between, just to make sure they're hydrated, just to make sure they're well taken care of and looked after. And I can't promise that I'll do everything perfect, but what I can promise is that you'll always have my ear and attention, that I can do everything in my power to make sure this is a very comfortable and amazing experience for you all.
I gotta say, man, I've known you for a while, so let's tell people your journey on how you've gotten here, and of course, talk about your stuff.
Yeah, everything that I do with Anitomo actually comes through my manga series, Great Story MagnaAX. I've been writing and drawing this series since I was 8 years old. It's the one thing that I've always wanted to do before I even knew anime and manga. Anime and manga were like within the same branch. I just thought it was all the same tree cartoons. And I was obsessed with it as a kid. I was obsessed with the emotions, the characters, the movements, the week-to-week episodic format. I grew up, I grew up watching the Deke dubs, and I grew up watching Funimation dubs and Ocean dub, and all that stuff. So I'm not mad at dubs. Just throwing it out there. But
it's also it's easier to draw when you're listening to dubs too.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We come from I'm assuming everyone is in the same age bracket, a little older, but we come from the wild west of sub programming where you would get a tape and it would be in Portuguese subtitles and you'd be like, okay, yep, let's do it. I don't know what this is, so
I don't know what's going on. I can't tell what's happening, but it looks pretty.
You're
I mean, one series I started English subtitles and then I couldn't find it, but I had to finish it in Spanish subtitles. I'm glad I can read Spanish.
Right.
Very much so. So, I spent a lot of time growing up drawing in composition notebooks, going to the libraries and borrowing how to draw books, whether they were comic books, like How to Draw the Marvel Way or DC, or how to draw manga books that were slowly popping up at that time. And I just roamed the internet with the library cards you had to manually stick in, and you'd get a certain amount of prints for the day. And I would print Gundam and G Gundam and everything. I would print Zoids. I would print all of it. Anything that I can find off of GeoCities and Yahoo, because Google didn't quite exist yet.
Right.
You're talking my language, bro.
This is how you came up in that era, and you're nothing can ever hurt your anime fandom because you bled for this.
I lived through ADV. There's no bad dub that's gonna be bad.
Right.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time buying blank VHS tapes as a kid and recording Saturday morning cartoons on rotation so I could teach myself how to draw. And it stuck with me forever. And, now I'm here. MagnaAX is 24 years old this coming November.
Wow.
And this year is its 7th year of me self-publishing.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's currently over 350 pages. And currently 9 chapters and going. It's action, adventure, romance, mystery. It combines my love for shoujo and shonen manga equally. the character development and the arcs of shoujo manga, with the intense battle, action, and drama of shonen, with the visual aesthetics of JRPG games, or for those who don't know, Japanese role-playing games, such as like early Final Fantasy, early Tales of series, Atelier, Persona, and those of the likes as well. It's not an isekai, but it's basically like a JRPG you could read instead of play.
This is exactly what it feels like.
You said all the right things. I'm in. Really cool. I want all 9 issues. Where do I go?
We'll talk Saturday.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it takes place in a big urban fantasy city called New Allure. It's a fusion of New York and Japan in its districts and wards with the boroughs. Each district has its own personality, and it's coming off of something called the Grand Disaster. So basically, if I had to explain it, it's like what happens if you Thanos snap benders from Avatar, and all of a sudden 50% of the world's population can't bend anymore at random. So New Allure City is supposed to be a beacon of hope where all those people come together, Aura users and now non-Aura users. And the story picks up with 3 characters: Satoshi Inamata, our main character who's returning home to New Allure City after 3 years, hearing the voice that's calling out to him. Hanasu Nadena, a new transplant that has recently moved to Allure that has a mystical, magical voice that she can sing hymns. There's pretty much anything mystical or magical, very magical girl. And Tasaka Tempest, who is a native resident who's 13, they're both 16, who's wishing for change in his life, and his life turns upside down when he meets Hanasu and Satoshi. Sato and Hana are very much linked together, where he can hear her voice even in long distances and slightly understand the hymns that she's singing, which is a big plot point of the story. I've created my own fantasy language called Iridian that's on the cover and on the website that people can actually translate as well, giving it a rereadability and people to come back to it time and time again and have fun. Just, stuff that I loved as a kid, stuff in cereal boxes you'd find, codes, I Spy, and stuff like that. I wanted to kind of add all of that with like lore as well.
I really like the artwork, and you really got down the way they break down panels. So that's really
Thank you.
Yeah, this looks like it could be a manga from over there. That's good, because that means you really studied it.
Yes.
Because there's times where somebody goes, I created this manga, and it doesn't look like a manga.
Yeah.
And I think you got the inking too. I think a lot of people miss the inking. They don't. Yeah. They either try to ink them they try to ink with like no line weight. Because some of the early American manga was like that. Like some of the Ben Dunn stuff, just no line weight. Everything was even. And manga's not like that, because they were trained on brush, so it's like there's line weight. Yeah. But Ben Dunn stuff went color, so it got better because it was in color. But it was black and white, and a lot of other stuff. But yeah,
I gotta say, Manny, you really have been working this. I know there's a lot of people out there who get discouraged, or who may have started to do this, who just don't think it's gonna go anywhere. But you've been doing this for a long time now. What kind of advice can you give those kind of people?
Don't burn yourself out by the 2 ends of the candlestick.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, it can be very easy to just kind of push. It's okay to take breaks and assess yourself. But I would say just really, really believe in yourself and hunker down when it comes to it, and tell people who you are and what you want and what you aspire to do. You have to like to what you were saying, Ralph, when they say I draw manga that doesn't quite look manga yet, that's going to push you to draw manga,
Yeah.
If you really want it and you believe in yourself, you got to push through and do it. I recently, over the past couple of years, have been putting myself in a position to tell people who I am, what I do, how far I've gotten, and where I feel I need help sometimes. Because when you do this, and this is something that I've learned through just growing and now expanding into Anitomo, you're only as big as your village and community.
Yeah.
Those day ones are really going to push you and get you there, like on a boat, like pushing you off into the water, and only through me kind of telling people who I am, I got this position in Anitomo.
Yeah.
I reached out to Eileen Level and was like, hey, I do this. and she really vibed with the work. She vibed specifically with a series of pieces that I did based off of Arizona juice drinks, and she was like, "That's so Brooklyn."
I love that.
I'm obsessed, you know? I'm obsessed. I want this. How do we do this? And then, like, ever since then, you know, I've been working with them. I've been doing panels, talking more about myself at length to bigger spaces and people. And now, you know, I'm celebrating some of MagnaAX's 7-year journey here at Anitomo with a spotlight panel and a table. And you only do that if you speak up.
Yeah. I gotta say, I
Absolutely.
love what you do. I love the fact that you're not just, well, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I do. You know, at the same time, you're also going, this is who I am, this is what I do. But then you're broadening your horizons. You're looking at the whole thing as it should be. This is art. You know, it's something that, you know, people should look at more seriously. And I feel like you do a good job at that, at being an ambassador for that whole thing, because you know you are in you know, libraries, in museums and art shows, and you know you're actually out there spreading the word, and you're telling people who you are, like you were just saying.
Yeah, you know, I think that when I look at Magna and I think of all the years that I put into it, and all the love and the sweat and the anger and the frustration, and I don't want to do this anymore, I quit. You know, and the picking up the pen and being like, I don't quit, I was just moody and needed a lemonade. You know,
Amen to that.
you know, that I really do see this as something for myself. You know, like at 16 I was offered a contract with Tokyo Pop for
Ooh,
MagnaAX,
nice.
and I read it, and my mom was like, you know, this is a great opportunity, but read that contract. And you know, during that time, Tokyo Pop were giving out not so fun contracts when it came to the licensing
Yeah.
and the ownership rights, and I decided, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to like own Magna still and tell the story that I wanted to without having a limitation on how far I could take it based off that particular contract. So I said no. And a part of me was like, damn, so what am I about to do? Like, I got a whole life ahead of me, you know? And I said, you put one foot in front of the other, and when it gets hard and you feel lost, it's going to get harder. You're going to feel lost because there's no right way to do it, you know? There's many ways to do it. You just have to find the right way for you. And I think that I've been finding the right way for me through giving back to the spaces that help build me up. You know, so going to libraries and teaching classes, going to after schools where I spent my time after school teaching, you know, doing panels and talking the way I was inspired and going to panels and things like that. Because I see MagnaAX as a manga, but also as an experience, the same experience that anime and manga gave me to make me go, wow, you know. So I try to carry it myself, and I try to carry the series that way while still having fun and being lighthearted and being there and helping uplift other people as well that equally want to do this, because the journey is hard and there's nobody that kind of put their hand on your shoulder and say go this way or give you the magic Willy Wonka ticket into publishing, you know. You
Oh,
figure that
definitely.
out.
We completely get you here, you know,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
this group of people, because we've been pushing to make our dreams come true. So we completely get where you're coming from, and especially, you
That's
know,
by the way, that's some good advice. Read the contract. Yeah, read the contract.
Read it.
it is great
If you
advice.
can't understand
yeah.
it, like, find a lawyer. You know, for free. Above the Law is good. Like, post it up on Above the Law and ask about it. You know, their lawyers will freely tell you what it's really saying. So yeah. But yeah, definitely read those contracts because you don't want to lose the rights of your characters. You know. So
Yeah, many
yeah.
many of people have
Yeah.
lost rights to everything.
What impresses me the most, man, is just like you were at a time when there was no internet. The ease of access wasn't there, but you
Yeah.
still found a way. And that tells me how dedicated and passionate you are about what you're doing. And for people to start serving excuses, well, I don't have access to this. It's like, do you have a pencil? Do you have a piece of paper? You know, I mean, you get the basic needs. You can do it if you really want to do it. And that's what's really impressive. It's
Thank you.
really a great thing.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm super inspired by what you said about giving back to the spaces that built you up as you were on your journey to get there. I think that's incredible, and like so many other creators could take a page out of your book with that. I think that is what creates community. So like, yes, you're getting to make your book and create the thing you've always wanted to make, but you're doing it in a way that I think is going to inspire other people to be able to say, oh no, well, I have something in me that's worth saying and I want to make, and Manny did it, I want to do it. And then hopefully them finding that spark inside themselves through you, they're going to find it in a way that they're able to give back to the places that built them up. So it's this beautiful stream of magic you're sort of like handing off. I love that.
Thank you. I really appreciate everybody's kind words. Yeah, you know, it wasn't even like an aha moment. It kind of just felt like, man, I would have wished for someone at this level right now when I was a kid. You know, yeah. I grew up in East Flatbush, so like, you know, you know, so like, and I would just read all these articles about comics and things like that, and I'd be like, damn, like, I feel like I'm too young to like partake in it, you know. So I just very much am very passionate about it, and a lot of the people that come to my table are kids. You know, they'll be like, "How did you do this? Is this possible?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely
I can do this."
Yeah, you know, and they'll like pull out their sketchbooks or notepads and they'll just show me everything, a whole world, and it just reminds me of like what I did.
Yeah.
And I tell them you can do it. You know, it's possible. And I feel like in this time, sometimes we can be a bit cynical about our dreams and trying to follow something that's a little bit more practical and things like that. And I think that you can be practical, but you can also put balls to the wall. It's not a curse, right? Okay.
Oh, I think I already cursed ages ago somewhere.
Basketballs. It's
Basketball. Dodgeballs. You know, dodgeballs.
Bocce balls.
Yeah, you know.
Pickleball. Pickleball goes up against the wall, right?
Against the
well,
wall.
I think balls. Well, I think you're PG. You're pretty.
Yeah. Pickleballs to the wall.
Pete says, "Morning. I love it when a kid comes to my table, looks at me the way I look at topics." I completely agree.
Yeah,
that's an amazing experience.
I just remember Shadow one day. He's one of our co-hosts. Sometimes he makes toys for people, and this like, you know, he'll make figures like right in front of you. Say, "Hey, I want a figure of this," and he'll do it like right there on the spot.
Yeah.
And I just remember like this little girl, who was like maybe, I don't know, it was 12 or 7, I don't know, but she went to him and she said, "You have a gift."
Those are the best compliments.
That's awesome.
Kids are like the best critics and the best compliment givers.
Oh, definitely. Because they'll give it to you like this.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's no thinking.
They're like the perfect. They have the perfect like BS meter. Like a kid. Like.
If I ever get a professional editor, it's going to be like a classroom of like 7th graders.
I can see that.
That's brutal, dude.
That is brutal.
It'll bring me to my best.
I don't think I can open myself up to that. So.
I bet you that they'll be better at keeping track of continuity than the editors get now.
For sure.
Oh, definitely.
That's really funny you say that. My first readers for my book were my 7th and 8th graders when I was teaching for 4 years. They were sort of like my market testers, and they were not shy, my guys. So I think that's not a bad policy.
I remember when I was a kid, I would catch continuity errors on TV. I remember I was watching the Smurfs, and they introduced Nanny Smurf. I was like, wait a minute, Smurfette was the first. Wait a minute, what is this?
Oh, they do that all the time, man.
Wait a minute, Smurfette was the first. Well, there was a female Smurf all the time. I was like, do you think we're idiots? And I was like, oh, man. That's it. I'm watching anime. I give up now.
These kids are walking Wikia pages. They know
definitely. Oh, definitely, man. You don't tell a kid something and then expect them to forget it. Unless you're trying to tell them something, and that's a whole other thing.
You're ruining my life.
Right.
Oh man. So Jess, why don't you tell the people what you're talking about? Because it all fits together. Go for it.
Oh, It does. Hey, there it is. Ashes of Eden, baby. I'm Jesse Judy. I'm the creator of Ashes of Eden and the co-founder of Arcpunk Comics. Ashes of Eden is a manga comic. It's a little bit of a manga comic hybrid right now. We're going to print it in manga format eventually. But right now, we're on Kickstarter, releasing our second issue this Friday, July 18th. And then immediately packing up shop and heading over to Anitomo on the 19th.
Do it.
So we got a busy weekend, but we're going to have fun with it. Yeah. So Ashes of Eden is the story of humanity resurfacing to a new dawn. The world's been wiped clean, but humans are coming back. Who knows why? But there are these brave explorers called Terra Divers, these ruin spelunkers. They go in these caverns, these ancient ruins, and they find these halon crystals, these crystals that keep their town alive, powers all their technology, keeps the lights on, keeps the fire on, and everyone's searching for these. And then there becomes whispers of a legendary halon crystal. So everyone's always hoping to find it. So one day, Ash, our renegade Terra Diver here, he's kind of like an unsanctioned Terra Diver. This scrappy archaeologist, instead of a crystal, he unearths a girl from a forgotten civilization. And her name is Eden. And so Ash and Eden have to come together and start peeling back the lies of what they've been told their world is. And as they do that, they start to race against the secret society who wants to erase any whispers of the past, because these are the people keeping the truth from this new emerging human civilization of what we were before. So they have to outrace this group of these bad people, this secret society, before Eden's past is erased forever. So that's Ashes of Eden. This is the second chapter. You're going to see the immediate pickup from the cliffhanger of issue 1, where Ash has to face this dark entity known only as the Stygian One. And it's this ancient man-eating machine that feeds off of fear. So it's sort of a story of confronting fear and recognizing your worth. Is sort of the theme of issue 2. There's a lesson in issue 2 that Ash's adoptive father, Nicodemus, tells him about. It's called the lesson of the halon crystal. So everybody's diving for these halon crystals to try to bring them in for currency or power their town or use them for, the emerging technologies that they have. But there's another use for these crystals too. And when Ash and Eden come together, they awaken this ability to hear echoes or whispers inside these crystals. They find out that it's ancient data from the world that came before that was actually stored in these crystals. And one of our things is we actually produce these crystals with secret hidden data inside that gives you free comics. So maybe I could show you a demo. This will be fun.
Ooh.
So there's a phone. You take this and you tap it on your phone, and then boop, it gives you free comics.
Wow.
Did I turn my phone up? The internet's slow. Pardon my slow.
I was like, I see infinity.
Oh, there it goes. So it brings you to this page where you can sign up and you get put on the VIP reader list where you're getting issues transmitted directly from your phone before they ever go to print. So that's something we've invented, and we don't see anybody else in the indie comic space utilizing this technology. So we're kind of coining the phrase and actually making real halon crystals.
I like the fact that you have the real crystals, man.
Right. So you could feel like you're part of Ash and Eden's world, and uncover, the secrets that have been hidden to mankind for all these eons.
I have to say, Jesse, Ash has got a great way to pick up a girl. That's all I got to say.
Hey.
It's like she's beholden to you for the rest of her life. That's all I got to say.
Right, and that kind of plays. Oh, there he is with the crystal there. So that ends up playing into sort of sort of the running narrative is obviously there's an attraction, there's a will they, won't they kind of thread going. Hey, there's that guy schlepping his book around. Look at that.
Eden, I want to leave you, Ash. Ash, I did dig you up. Oh, I guess I need to stay with you.
I guess I should stay.
But thing, finding a girl that imprints on you.
Right. But she's also the answer to like some of his big questions too, because he's kind of like, he was found as a baby. He doesn't know who his parents are. He was found by this old crotchety professor named Nicodemus, who's kind of training him in the ways of the Terra Diver. And Nicodemus, he's sort of our very reliable, like maybe too reliable of a narrator of the book. He knows more than he's letting on. So he's been training Ash for something that's sort of unspoken his whole childhood. There's Eden right there. There's Ash. And we don't know really what Nicodemus is sort of preparing him for with all of this. But it alludes to Ash has this deep pull inside him to explore these ruins and ask these questions that nobody else in town is asking. So she's also kind of the answer to what he seeks about the past and the truth. And he is sort of this like unrelenting safety net for her. Like he's what makes her feel safe in this new world now that her people are all gone. Whereas everybody else, the status quo is kind of just like, go get your crystals, bring it to the market, get your fish, go home, feed your family, keep the fire on. It's survival. And these two coming together sort of awaken and realize that these bigger things, these bigger questions that they want answers to, well, the two of them kind of allow each other to go on that adventure together. So yeah, there is a little bit of that anime imprinting, but I think it's for both of them. And they really force each other to become the best versions of each other through the struggles they go through. We want to. One of my big goals with this was to create heroes that are just a little bit more mindful, that ask questions that I think all of us are asking today. Because, you can't really trust what your government tells you. You can't trust what you read in the news. You don't know what's, made up for views or likes or clicks. There's a lot of ancient texts. Like, we don't actually know where they really came from. So they're asking all of these questions. And, kind of creating a hero that says, hey, it's okay to question things and then find out the truth for yourself.
All kidding aside, man, I loved issue 1, and I'm waiting for issue 2. It's really cool. Man.
Thanks, man. No, but you're spot on. You're spot on. We're definitely playing with the quirky, meet cute at first for sure. So you're spot on with that.
It's a Herculean effort that you're doing. It's just amazing. It's such a great job. So
thank you, man, and thanks for reading book 1. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, Paul.
Yeah. No. I do try to read comics when they come to the door, though I keep getting these Kickstarters, and I'm getting more comics than I can read now. So
makes sense. So yeah, we're up on Kickstarter as of oh my gosh, Friday, less than 2 days now. So we're just trying to spread awareness and get pre-followers on the page right now.
Yep.
Oh, you threw it up in the chat. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the guy. I don't want to hear the guy. I don't want to hear him go, well, if you didn't park the freaking car, what's wrong with you? How am I supposed to find it?
I'm trying to very well.
There's going to be that guy. No, but the way Kickstarter kind of works.
I'm in the wrong place, and he's going to be all like, Ralph, why do you keep calling me up?
Right. Oh, I can't wait. That's fun. I hope he's at Anitomo. We can all meet him. But for those of you who don't know, the way Kickstarter works is before you launch, you have an opportunity to kind of bring an audience to the table with these pre-follows.
Yep.
And the more you kind of bring to the table, the more they kind of like open their algorithm and open their arms to be like, oh, you're someone that can fill the seats, so to speak. So we are going to open our algorithm to you and give you even more eyeballs because you brought eyeballs to our platform. So it's sort of like a you scratch our back, we'll scratch your situation. So we're always trying to raise awareness every time we're putting out an issue, grow our audience, and then like hopefully you find something of value in these books, whether it's a message, a lesson, an adventure, or a really fun time. And then Manny, I want to take it back to you real quick. I love your genre mashing of like shoujo and shonen, because like for me those always went hand in hand. I never got why they were.
I don't know why they share the same. Yeah.
So like I like Eden. She's our magical girl for sure. But then also she's like gonna kick some serious butt in a shonen way too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm totally the demographic for your book. I was just listening and was like, all right, yeah. First stop tomorrow. First stop Saturday. It's gonna be like, need anything?
And right back
I need your comic.
Yeah.
I really love the premise of the comic. It feels so wondrous and full of adventure. I love the commentary on sustainability and what that means in a surviving environment, and how these things can keep the lights on, but how you could push it further. Have we pushed it further? Is this the aftermath of pushing it further? Kind of like that scientific theory about humanity hitting the wall, or are we gone past it in that sense?
What's after the singularity?
Exactly. So the fact that you have to go backwards to go forwards is kind of human nature, and how you forget that over time because you're only taught and fed to move forward. Because the move forward is the most sustainable thing you're supposed to do, even though only moving forward creates contradictions in itself. So I really like that parts of the story, as well as like the way you introduce the characters being threaded to each other. And like it's just so cool. It brought me back to like the days of like Mega Man Legends and like it's
everybody seems to get there.
It's like it's a major name drop.
There we go. Yeah, like
now Tony's gonna pull his out. I gotta get my See, look, it's like a major name drop right now.
I rarely ever get to talk about Mega Man Legends. It's always like Battle Network or like X. I love X, but like
me too.
Legends was just so fun. It was just so like
it did something like
so much
here.
Yeah.
You said it.
I love it when people pick up on the whole Mega Man with Jeff. Then Jeff gets like, oh my god! Oh!
That's like I found my people after all these years. I found my people. That's awesome. That means a lot, Manny. I appreciate that. Sure. Yo, Angel. Good evening, man.
How you doing? Folks, that is Son of Saint, amazing artist. You want a cover? That's the guy. You want a movie poster? That's the guy. You want to see yourself as a superhero? That's the guy. You want money? Wait. You should give him money.
Angel, we're coming to you for covers eventually.
Yeah, you guys got to check out his stuff. He does amazing work. Nice. I can't talk enough about him. All right, Mr. Paul, tell the people all the good stuff. Give them the spiel.
Thanks, Raphael. So Time Enforcers is an interactive digital comic role-playing video game that makes learning history fun. Came about this idea during COVID when I saw the challenges for both educators and students going through a virtual environment for learning. And it really turned my tail on learning history because I went through it with my son and I really hated it. So I figured there's got to be a better way to learn history and make it engaging for kids, especially, I'm not going to say kids, for all learners, because I've been playing this game for the past 2.5 years since I got the programming done, and I still love it. So it's a lot of fun. It's really based off, the old episodes from the 60s of Batman. That's how I'm envisioning rolling out these chapters for the game. So there's going to be cliffhangers at the end of each one. There's going to be overlapping, episodes happening in the chapters themselves. Episode 1 basically deals with the discovery of a time disruption in ancient feudal Japan, and the Galactic Space-Time Consortium, headed by H.G. Wells and C.T. Huygens, pulls together the Time Enforcer agents to try and figure out what's going on. Time Enforcer agent Kaizen goes to the rescue, and that's where the role-playing game comes in. You actually play as Kaizen, moving through, doing a top-down animation experience and trying to figure out what's going on. And then the game interjects different cinematic splits where you actually see movies going on. It's a true digital comic. It's really meant to be accessible to all readers of any age. So in addition to hearing the voice actors talk about the story, you see the word balloons on screen that match to the voices that you hear while the game's playing. So you don't have to necessarily read. You can hear and see at the same time and still get the story. And it also interjects puzzles. I mean, the whole point of learning history is understanding what it is you're learning about. And this character called the Inquisitor jumps into the fray and starts posing questions at the players. And with the Inquisitor, the questions, can be quite challenging. For the most part, they might be a little easier for the older players, but regardless, you don't need to go to the internet. I developed this device called the Chronoton that's in the game, very similar to Pip-Boy for Fallout, where you'll have all the answers to all the questions, so you don't have to go to the internet to try and find them. So what's really great is it's really a self-contained chapter book. I've designed it so it serves as like a table of contents. You move through it chapter by chapter. As you experience a chapter, the link in the table of contents will become active. So if you want to walk away from the game and come back later, you can start where you left off. So I really try to make this as interactive as possible and also approachable as possible without getting frustrated. I will key you guys in. There is an alternate ending. So if for some reason you lose the battle with Chronolith in the final battle, try again and you'll see what'll happen. So
nice.
Kind of fun. And continuing the fun, I'm currently working on episode 2. Episode 2 is Flying into the Chronostorm. It will be featuring Amelia Earhart, who is a phenomenal entrepreneur as well as aviator. Really, the focus of Time Enforcers is to introduce players to those lesser-known historical figures that you may not know a lot about. And I know Amelia Earhart is known a lot about, but we're also introducing, with Amelia Earhart, Togo, who was the sled dog of the 1925 serum run in Alaska, helping kids get over diphtheria. And then we're also introducing a new character called Nick of Time, and he is actually based on the old detective movies from like Sam Spade, Philip Marlowe, the film noir aspect, and he's actually going to be cast as a total grayscale character. So I'm pretty excited about this new characters that are coming into play. There will be overlaps in terms of what's going to happen with episode 3. So I just find that I just don't have enough time to create all this stuff. My big challenge is getting the content out. But I'm really excited about what's happening so far. With episode 2, it's actually going to be a Galaga experience. For you guys that, from the 80s and 90s playing Galaga on the old arcade games, you're going to be flying Amelia Earhart's Vega 6 3D, because her old plane couldn't go to the transdimensional realm, whereas this one will. And you'll be battling the enemies of Chronolith flying through the airs over Kansas as well as the transdimensional realm. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's looking really slick. It's got to be, I think it really upped my game with episode 2 over episode 1. The more I learn, the better it gets. And I'm just really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
that's awesome, man.
More puzzles. We're just questions and answers. We're going to be using, because we got a detective on our side now. We're going to be doing, trying to figure out kind of solve puzzles type things as opposed to just answering questions.
I gotta say, I saw a preview of the fighting with the airplane, and it looks great. It kind of reminds me of 1941. If you guys have ever played that video game.
Oh yeah.
41, 42, 40X.
Right.
It's all good.
And of course, awesome. Look at the beautiful blip chip from our friends at Game at Tunes that he made for Paul. And folks, of course, I have to play the theme song.
Oh, yeah, you got to play the theme song.
Because there's nothing without the beautiful little theme song. Here we go.
I owe Russ big time.
And folks, if you guys want to get your own thing from Game of Tunes, you can commission him up and he'll make it for you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's hopefully going to be doing Chronolith next, so I'm pretty excited about that. What's better than a big green bulbous head as a fidget toy. Really cool.
Right.
But yeah,
Cool.
just we're going to be at Anitomo as well. I'm really excited. I mean, Arlene got us in at the last minute. I am so pumped. I get to meet Jesse in person. I get to meet Manny in person. I am so pumped to do the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am really looking forward to this. And everyone gets to see this really cool statue that Shadow Rabbit produced for us.
Oh,
Kaizen. So it's a really cool samurai. I love it. He'll be on the table. If someone wants to buy it, they give me the right price. It's all theirs. So it's really cool.
That's awesome.
That's the guy. He has a gift. That's the guy.
Dude, there's nothing like selling your banner. That's so much fun.
Yeah. No, I just love this whole prospect of being creative. I've been in art since I've been a kid. I mean, I was doing comics, on my own for a long time. Never really published anything, but I went into graphic design and tried to commercialize it. But I've come back now to something that I know is a lot more creative. I have a big control over the direction. Like I've told Raphael, I see all these movies like, with Loki and Marvel Universe and how they have to hold to the sacred timeline. It's like, dude, this is a comic book. You don't have to hold to nothing. Whatever you want, have a blast with it, blow everything up. That's kind of the whole point. It's like, why confine yourself? So this is what I'm really looking forward to in terms of creating new content. It's just really exploring different things, but also make the learning fun. That's really the whole approach, is making sure the kids get engaged, want to learn more. I mean, that's really the whole premise that I have for the game as well. I provide all the links that I use to research this material. So if kids want to go out and find out on their own more information, it's available for them there. And that's on my website. It's also in the game itself. And so I really want to make this learning accessible to anyone who really wants to take part in it and really enjoy history like I enjoyed it as a kid. I mean, Manny, you went to do what you did for Magna, in terms of trying to find what you could. I had to go to the library to find books on history for me. The Civil War was huge for me, and I just loved finding everything I could about the Civil War. That meant going to the library and reading books. When I went through history of my kid in high school and the Civil War, I just wanted to take a pencil and stick it in my eye. It was so bad. It was just like, I can't believe they actually made me hate the Civil War. This is like the best time, I mean, it was so frustrating. Anyway.
Oh, man.
That is epic.
Yeah. And folks, if you guys want a Shadow Rabbit piece, because he can make your dreams into reality. So, hit up Shadow Rabbit, tell him what you want, commission him, and he'll make it happen.
Yeah, he's chomping at the bit to do Nick, so I'm really looking forward to that one. It'll be good.
Yeah, the Nick man is the one that he's like, hey, Ralph, because I told him all about Nick, and he was like, ooh.
I love how much, like, even the silhouette, like the little bit of him that's like peeking into the light, he looks like Sam Spade. It's so cool.
Thanks, man.
It feels really good. Like, I used to sit down and watch, I forget the name of the show, but it's with Sam Spade. Like, sit down with my uncle and watch old reruns. Yeah, there it is right there. He looks and feels just like him.
I can't watch Maltese Falcon enough. I just love that movie. It's just even Casablanca, typical, Humphrey Bogart just looks so freaking cool, and everything's in black and white. It's like, this is like the best movie ever. It's unbelievable.
Right.
It's just, I told Ralph he's going to be voice acting Nick, so I'm pretty excited about that. I said, he's got to be tough as nails, but he's going to be a teddy bear. So I know Ralph can take care of that, no problem.
I know, it sounds like me, tough as nails and the teddy bear.
Pull out Hebert, we'll be all set.
There you go. And of course, if we're going to talk Shadow Rabbit, there goes my teddy bear superhero.
Oh, that's cool.
Shadow Rabbit made this for me. Like I said, he makes dreams into reality. And here's my superhero teddy bear.
He's great.
Yeah, so please stop by the table at Anitomo. We're going to have games for sale. I mean, you can buy it off the App Store, which is great. But, if you buy our discs, I'm going to give you a digital magazine. I'm going to give you digital wallpapers. I even throw in some free swag that I got on the table. I just like giving stuff away. I can't afford to do it anymore. But what the heck? If you get interested in Time Forces, I'm going to overload you with crap. So you'll get so much stuff, you'll have it. So no problem.
Paul, I'm so excited to meet you in person too. This is going to be fun.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
I just love meeting creatives, Jesse. I mean, it's been a passion of mine. That's one reason why I got into this community, was just seeing the talent that's out there and how people express themselves through that talent. Just always amazes me. And it's just like I said, I feel so it's insignificant compared to a lot of people that are doing some stuff out there. It's just incredible. So it really is a cool experience, just meeting the creative types.
Yeah.
And we can't talk enough about Anitomo because we're all going to be there, having fun, checking things out, getting our anime on. Because, folks, this is a great convention. Industry City, Brooklyn, St. Mark's Comics is right there. Dude, you're in Japan Village handling all this stuff. So there's just a plethora of things you can do.
My only complaint's going to be I'm not going to be able to get ramen. I'm going to have to stay at the booth the whole freaking day. It's just like I'm being
You know what, Paul? You
Get ramen. You get a 5% discount for being with Anitomo. Get your ramen.
Oh, definitely getting ramen.
All you guys got to do is go, hey, Ralph, you got the legs. You're walking around. Can you get me some,
yeah, you're going to have to be the Grubhub for me, Raphael. Definitely. I'll give you the money. I have no problem.
I'll be Grubhub written Ralph.
That's funny.
I'm a good tipper, too, just to let you know.
There you go.
I am so excited to see all of you at Anitomo this Saturday. Like, hearing Paul talk about Time Enforcers. I was on the website as well, looking through it, and I was like, where was you when I was a kid?
Seriously. Absolutely.
I would have loved this thing when I was a kid. Oh.
Literally, like, I was like, man, I cannot wait to see this in person. And to, like, I feel like I'm going to do bad at my job because I'm just going to be at the tables buying things. I'll take this. Take that.
Manny, I do the same thing. It's like I'm gonna go to the next con and not buy any bullshit baloney. Oh, I was said BS, but that's okay. I said baloney. Anyway, it's just like I just love, supporting the artists. I mean, we just did Eternal Con, right? Yeah. And Raphael was there. I mean, I met so many great writers and artists. It's like, how can I not spend $15 in this guy's book? He's poured his passion into. It's like, I got to do this. I mean, it's just so incredible, the work people are producing. And it's quality stuff. It really is great stuff. And, people are missing out if they don't do it. So that's why I look at it.
And I got to say, folks, the best place to buy this stuff is at a con because you don't pay shipping and handling.
This is true.
And what's amazing about Anitomo is you don't pay a price to get in. So that's extra money in your pocket.
That's even better.
Yeah. That's awesome. Like the fact that it's
free,
a free anime convention, like that's unheard of.
Yes,
I love that.
It's absolutely free. So you come in, you got money in your pocket to spend for some food, some art, some comics. Treat yourself to some programming. Have a wonderful time. It's going to be a great time. We've curated amazing artists like you've heard here today, on top of others. Like we're going ham.
Yeah, folks, I can't show enough the videos and stuff. It doesn't showcase everything these guys do. And it's funny. We've done 3 shows already on this year. I think we've done more actually. And it still doesn't feel like enough to show you guys what exactly you're getting when you go to this convention. And that's not even the fact that it's an industry city, which means, that's a whole other character in itself.
It's a whole other character. Yeah, the footage that you're seeing here is actually from our first year at the Brooklyn Public Library on Cadman Plaza. We have our origins in the Brooklyn Public Library, which is why I very much wanted to be a part of it, because I was like, it's a full circle moment here. Yep. I got to do it. So yeah, to see us grow and grow and grow into what we are today has been a humbling and graceful and just things I can't even put into words, like I'm tired, but it's a good kind of tired.
Folks, it's tired. Come on, make all this work worthwhile.
You're taking off your comic hat and you're putting on programming hat.
Right. I gotta say, when we were talking last year, it was amazing to see you juggle everything. Because you had a table, you were at your table, you were on the floor, you were everywhere.
The funny thing about that, Ralph, is that interview with you and me at my table was the first time that I'd hit that table.
Yeah.
And the
That was the whole
last
joke
time
between us.
that I hit my table, I was nowhere to be seen. My
Nope.
wife
Wow.
was
It
a
sounds like
trooper.
Blake.
It was
It was like, yeah, Ralph, you got lucky.
yeah.
I just happened upon him at his table.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, cool. Let's do this right now.
Yeah. And then I was gone.
So that's going to be the quest, folks. I'm going to try to catch him and do another little interview with him.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
it's a bigger quad. So it's going to be where's Waldo? Where's Manny?
Right.
Yeah,
I already played that with Tony, so I'm good at it.
And
You've chosen it too, right? Where you're looking for somebody at the table and they're never there. Every time yeah.
we can call it Manny in the alley.
Right.
Manny, oh, I like that. This is Manny in the alley.
Oh,
All
Manny,
right.
this is a question you might be able to answer.
Mhm.
The artist atelier like promo image. How do I make or get or design one of those?
Ooh.
You don't have one yet?
I don't think I have one yet. No.
Okay, great. Paul, do you have one? No, I saw yours. I just saw yours.
Yeah, I just
You put the
Paul had
camera
one.
link in the message. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Great.
Oh,
So-
sweet. Okay.
All right. Yes. So if you've gotten the info and materials email, it should be in there as a follow-up.
Okay. I don't know
If
I
not,
have.
I'm gonna double check and just put it to the top of your inbox.
Oh, cool. Okay. Thanks, man.
Folks,
I appreciate
you're
that.
wondering what they're talking
Absolutely.
about. That's what they're talking about.
That's the one. That's the
Look-
one.
People, that's your window into logistics and what I do.
No, it was real easy to do. So kudos to you, man. I had that done literally in like 15 minutes. It was.
I'm glad. Yeah, I tried to create
Nice.
like a Canva link and like a template for if someone just wanted to do it by themselves on Photoshop or anything
great.
like that. Yeah, for all levels, and for all people who are what their time affords them to do.
Manny, send me that, and I'll make a bit and apple one.
I will send you that at the end of this interview. Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, you know me. I'll use the hell out of it.
Right. Yeah, I just double checked. I don't think I ever got the info and
Great.
materials.
Great. I'm gonna send that to you.
Cool.
See,
Sorry to
that's
make you
Manny's
do work.
job.
I'm sorry.
No. This is that's me for these next 3 days. I'm in full admin mode.
Oh,
That's
man.
Manny on the job, man. I knew he was going to be on the job while he's on the show. That's the best part. Bring him on. Show the people how dedicated he is.
Right.
His comic in Anitomo. Come on.
Right.
I find vitamin B and Dunkin' Donuts to be really great stimulants, man.
There you go.
Yes.
Dunk some donuts.
Massive
in there.
amounts of
And there's a
black
Dunkin'
coffee.
Donuts right next to
There
you.
is a Dunkin' Donuts right.
Oh
across
man!
from
In
this
addition
shit.
to ramen, Raphael's going to get me a Dunkin' Donuts too. Oh, I love it. This is great, Raphael. Thank you
Dunkin',
so much.
baby.
It's fun. Who knew at the end of this call was going to be you figured out your meals for the day?
We figured
So,
out
folks-
meals, logistics, everything.
Right.
It is time for a shameless plug.
Ah,
I can't help myself, folks. But
That's great.
Jorge Medina's The Shameless Plug. Come on, you got to love this guy. Look at him. Dude. And of course, he is doing the same thing. Sign up to get notified. The more people he has when he starts this project, it will be in a better place. Come on. So enjoy the little shameless plug and, help him out.
I'm going to put the link in the chat, Ralph.
No, I don't want to put the link. What kind of shameless plug is that?
That is a shameless plug.
All right, folks, let's see if this works for me because I think I need a new mouse.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. No, it just takes a while to get it over there.
Oh, there it is. Cool. I'm going to follow
Shameless
him right
plug,
now.
folks. I'm telling you, folks, Jorge Medina, Wonder Duck is amazing. So you're going to want this book. He's going to be on the show in October when he throws this off, kicks it going. And, of course, we're going to bring him in for a shameless plug.
great.
Nice. That
Yeah, I'm going to
that
keep doing it, folks.
that 33 should be 34 now.
Exactly. Oh, let's do that. Let's roll the videotape, people, and show you it happen. Watch it not happen now. No, there it is, 34.
There it is, 34.
Woo! One
Keep it
person at
going.
a time, folks. One person at a time.
Right? And that's what counts. That counts.
right.
Exactly. Each person counts. Each person makes a difference. Folks, if you've been told all your life you don't make a difference, you make a difference here.
Well, just you know, it's incredible. I mean, yeah, it's great you guys are backing, but look at Jorge and what he's done. He's created two Kickstarters, right? But he's got 354 backed.
Yep,
that's incredible. These guys are really, you know, supporting each other.
Oh, Jorge, Jorge's amazing.
You know,
and of course, our friends over here have their beautiful dungeon tryouts. Have you done, you know, you want to get this one, folks, because dungeon tryouts is D&D, but these guys are not the best people to do their job, and that's why they have to have a tryout. And folks, I'm not kidding. Wait till you see this video. Let's go to the videotape so you can actually see what I'm talking about.
Hey there, adventurer! Looking for a new quest? Welcome to Dungeon Tryouts, the ultimate party game of fantasy misadventure. The premise? You run an adventuring agency finding quests for wannabe adventurers. The problem? The heroes in your roster all have, quirks that make them hard to hire. It's your job to pitch your hopeful heroes at quest auditions, spinning their weaknesses as strengths. The rules are simple. One player draws a quest, the others pitch a hero from their hand, the quest giver interviews them, then decides who gets the gig. And a point. Dungeon Tryouts combines the easy format of a party game with the joyful chaos of a D&D session gone off the rails. It's like if Dungeons & Dragons formed an adventuring party with apples to apples, except even non-D&D players can enjoy it. This game was developed by Peter Tchaikovsky, and the Story Engine creative team, and illustrated by AC Stewart.
And we're bringing in a talented team of writers with backgrounds in improv, comedy, and games to add even more prompts to the deck.
Plus special guest artists to illustrate a limited edition booster pack.
Speaking of which, check out the sweet loot. Rewards. Including 3 hilarious expansions. One specifically for D&D fans, one with all of our not safe for work prompts, and a big expansion with jumbo quest cards you team up to complete. And don't forget the limited edition pins and campaign collectibles. Thanks for checking out Dungeon Tryouts. We're excited to have you in our party for this new adventure.
We love these guys. They do amazing stuff. As you can see, I have the Story Engine deck up there, you know, the Lore Master and the regular one, because, you know, it's a good way to create stories. Have word prompts, because, you know, as writers, we're always looking for a beautiful word prompt, and you can take these cards and make them happen. And now they have this beautiful new game where it's a lot of fun. Like I said, sometimes, you know, you've seen it in your D&D campaign, folks, where the person who's taking on the quest shouldn't have done it.
Oh, you said it. That's so true.
Come on, Ralph, let's go, man.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun, folks. I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah, the link to this Kickstarter, man.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I was wondering who was gonna say, "Where's the link, Ralph?"
Put the link in the chat.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jesse.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ralph. You know, I can't. I don't want to do research. I hate research.
Nice.
There you go, folks.
Oh, cool.
It's in the chat, and I got to tell you, I love this. I supported it right away as soon as it came out. But again, I already have the Lore Master decks and the Story Engine deck, and I like to tell a story. And this is just up my alley. I love D&D and the role-playing aspect in this.
Nice.
You know, I'm constantly playing a role, folks.
This is true.
Oh, man. Oh, okay, Manny, one more time. Tell the people all the beautiful things, where they can find you so they can go look you up.
You can find me July 19th, 2025 at Anitomo Con, Brooklyn's biggest free anime and manga convention. You'll find me, great story MagnaAX, a fun urban fantasy adventure manga that fuses my love for 90s and early 2000s anime manga with my love for JRPGs to create an original fun story. And we're going to have a great time with music, panels, programming, live comedy, sumo, kendo, kempo, food, you name it. All of it for free. All you got to do is just show up, get your yellow wristband, and have a good time and adventure throughout 2 floors of absolutely amazing content and absolutely amazing media at that.
There you have it, folks. You got to go check out this guy, and you got to go check out his book. You saw all the beautiful pages that I showed before. That was just beautiful, and the reason for you to go pick it up this weekend. All right, Mr. Jess, you tell him.
Ashes of Eden. We go live in 2 days, less than 2 days. July 18th. It's also my birthday, July 18th. So if you didn't get me anything, thank you. If you didn't get me anything, back the book.
There you go, folks. I always
yeah.
tell people I like having my birthday around a Kickstarter, so I can go do that book thing, and that'll be my birthday gift.
That's all I want. I want my book to be real. But again, the book's going to be real with or without Kickstarter, with or without any of this. But it's just cooler and so much more fun to bring to life with other people.
Yeah.
Because I think the best stories are told with a team. And you could look at Kickstarter as crowdfunding, or you could look at it as like building your audience, building your team, finding the people that your book is supposed to be for. And that's how we kind of choose to use it. We kind of use it as a celebration of like, hey, here's this thing we really, really love. Where are the people that want to love it too? So we're excited to share it with you. July 18th. Come out, back the book. We're going to have a big day one celebration. We're going to be live in a couple of places. And then the 19th, the next day, we're going to be tabling at Anitomo with our lovely panel of people up and down the side right here. And we're excited.
I gotta tell you this, Jess. I gotta interrupt a minute because I gotta tell you this.
Yeah.
You can support the book. Go to the Kickstarter, get number 2, then go on Saturday, get number 1, and avoid shipping and handling.
This is true. This is true. We're also going to be running a couple of Kickstarter events at the booth at Anitomo. So if you come by and you back the book or follow the Kickstarter, you're going to walk away with like free posters, free stickers. We're going to have some really cool stuff for you there.
Wonderful.
There you have it, folks. Incentive.
I want to get my crystal.
Yeah. Yeah.
We actually have a batch of our last batch of crystals we're going to have at the table.
Wait, so you're going to have the crystals at the table? What?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me spend money?
We'll figure it out. We'll talk.
I gotta say, folks, you know, now you got incentive to go and check this book out and help the Kickstarter and get something at the same time, dude. Where can you get that to happen? On Saturday at Anitomo.
That's where. Yeah, come get your crystal.
I know I am.
It'll be fun. We'll have fun with it.
Oh my god!
I can't wait to pick up Manny's books because that
definitely.
that is like right. You said 90s anime and JRPGs and the premise of everything weaving in between that.
The Arizona art. If you like yourself some Arizona iced tea, wait till you see this art.
I'm in.
Actually,
I'm excited.
I'm a big fan of Manny.
Oh.
Oh my god! All right,
That's
Paul.
awesome.
Let's get some history going. Go for it.
So, Time Enforcer is available on the app stores: Apple App Store, Samsung Galaxy, Amazon App Store, as well as Steam. So, you want to play on the Mac, PC, iOS, or Android, you can do it. It's $2, less than a donut at Dunkin' Donuts, much less than a cup of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. It'll entertain you for at least an hour, if not more. So please download it. Or if you come by our table at Anitomo on Saturday, we've got the games for sale on a flash drive. They look kind of like this, which is kind of cool. So it's a 4 gig flash drive, and it's got, like I said, the digital magazine of episode 1, as well as some cool digital wallpapers. And if you buy one of these babies, you'll get a signed print. Your choice of the guys behind me, or we have Nick of Time as well. So really looking forward to meeting people. Yep, you got it. I got my metallic markers all set to go. So I got these little catchphrases.
Metallic markers for Nick of Time.
Love it. So much fun.
And folks, it is a lot of fun. Time and Forces is a blast. And of course, wait till you see the professor.
Oh, yeah, I won't be there. Yeah, you're right, Raphael.
The professor will be there giving you all sorts of goodies and showing you why time is a beautiful thing.
We get free candy buttons too, so if you don't buy something, everyone walks away with something from my table.
There you go, folks.
I'll put you that way.
And now I remember what I forgot. So, folks, on July 25th, we will be doing our Christmas in July episode, where we're going to have a couple of beautiful Christmas people on, like our friend here, Emily, who has just started this Kickstarter, which is a beautiful one, Advent Calendar and Festive Urban Fantasy Adventure. So she's going to be on talking all about this. Right now, her Kickstarter is live. She's at 1741. She needs to get to 3,500. We can get her there, folks. Come on. She's still got 27 days to go. She has 31 backers. Folks, this is a great little story, and you can hear all about it when she comes on the show on the 25th with a bunch of other Christmassy people. And, of course, I will put that link in the comment section before somebody says something.
We've already figured out your friend is full. We've already figured it out.
And we know Emily, too. We've done a bunch of interviews with her. She's cool people. And this is a great project, and it looks really beautiful. Let me see. Does she have? Yes, she does. Yep, folks. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
All nice and Advent. And what she was telling me was that this started off as an Advent type adventure where she posted a little bit of the story each day for Advent. And that's how it became this. And I was like, what? So I like the whole story as well, folks. So there you have it, folks. July 25th, we will be here, Christmas in July, having fun, talking to some Christmassy people. And if Christmas isn't your thing, because, I still believe that there's some beautiful ghost stories on Christmas. But if, you feel like Summerween is your thing, then July 31st, we were going to get wicked and evil. And we're going to bring in some creepy people to talk to you about their creepy projects.
That's awesome.
Yep. I get into it.
That sounds pretty scary, Ralph. I think I'm going to skip that show. Is that okay?
Come on, it's Summerween.
Summerween's great.
I think that is everything. I probably forgot something, and I always do because I remember it after we get off.
Oh, real quick, for the last 11 minutes of the day, happy birthday, Jordan, our other co-host.
Oh, that's right. Jordan, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Maybe we'll watch it tomorrow, but happy birthday, Jordan.
Happy birthday, Jordan.
I'm going to put it over there in a minute going, Jordan, we said happy birthday. Go check it out.
For the last one, it's like you got 11 more minutes for
See, that's the best part. That's when you get the nice. We got to end at the 11-minute mark. So, folks, tell Jordan happy birthday. He is one of the Apple Biteys, Apple Teenies.
Yeah.
I always get confused. we're all Apple Teenies here, which means that we make you feel good. Yes, I am a dad. I do dad jokes. What do you want?
I'm with it. Best kind of joke. Best kind of joke.
Good dad joke, yeah.
For the last 10 minutes of the day, it's pretty good.
Anybody got anything else before we go?
I think I have one dad joke.
Ooh.
If I can remember it. All right. What do you call a knight obsessed with spy work? Surveillance.
Oh.
Surveillance.
Surveillance.
See, folks, we give you everything here.
What more could you want?
Exactly. On this show, when it ends, I press the button. And where it stops